world travel, and we're stranded here in Thailand. So what happened was on our world tour, we were scheduled to go to Laos next, but this was around March 24th when all the borders just started to close down. So before we could get to Laos, they closed their borders, so we had to choose a different country to go to. We decided to come to Thailand because it's one of our favorite countries. We were here last year and absolutely loved it. So we decided to try a different city in Thailand and chose Krabi for its beautiful beaches and nearby islands to go see. But when we got to the airport to come to Thailand, they told us that they changed the rules and that we would have to take a COVID-19 test before they would allow us to fly here, and that we had to have proof of travel insurance and medical insurance before we could come. So that delayed us coming to Thailand for 2 whole days, which was a little scary because with so many borders closing so fast, we didn't know whether we would even get into Thailand or not, or if we'll be stuck into Vietnam for the duration of the pandemic. But we were able, luckily, Vietnam has it well set up that you can take a test easily, and we were COVID-19 negative, so that was great news. And after that, we were able to fly to Bangkok. Our flight to Krabi actually was canceled. So we spent the night in the airport, and then the next morning we took a different airline, Bangkok Airways, to Krabi. Once we got to Krabi, everything was beautiful. It was similar to the restrictions that were going on in Vietnam. There were no bars open. Restaurants could only give takeaway. You couldn't sit in the restaurant, and there were no tours available. But this was okay. Our hotel was a resort. It had a beautiful view of the water. It had a pool. It had a great breakfast and 4-star, a full restaurant. So we felt great just being there. When we arrived, we planned to stay in Thailand for a full 30 days so that we could take advantage of the time and try to ride out the pandemic. And everything was going well. We stayed in the resort for a full 10 days, relaxing and enjoying it. But even after the 10 days, the government got even more restrictive. And in our province of Krabi, they closed down all the hotels in the area and tried to put the tourists all in the one same hotel, which we were like, oh, come on. We were so comfortable and happy with our hotel. And the new hotel that they were going to put us in was just not our cup of tea. So instead of staying there, we decided to get an Airbnb. So now we have our own little studio apartment, about an 8-minute walk from the beach. So that suits us quite well.
The night that we stayed over in the airport trying to figure out where we would be and if we would have trouble getting into Krabi, we heard all these nightmare stories from all these travelers that were kind of stranded at the airports and stuff, and people who their flights kept getting canceled and they were spending tons of money trying to get home, and people at home were trying to help them get home, and in some places you would go home and then you got to be in quarantine for who knows how long. Fortunately for us, we're on a 2-year tour. We weren't trying to get back to the United States right now, so we were just trying to get into areas that we would feel most comfortable to ride this thing out. We were very fortunate that we were able to come here, so we were very grateful for that. Fortunately, some of the restaurants are still open for takeaway, so we can go to restaurants to eat. They have local markets that we can go and get food. Fortunately for us, the place that we rented has a stove, a refrigerator, and everything we need right here. We're a few minutes walk from the beach. The beach is still open. We can go down to the beach when we like and come back to our apartment. And so we have some comforts here. Not everything is open, and there's a curfew here. But other than that, we're really doing good. We check our temperatures every day. We wear our masks. We take all the precautions. We wash our hands. We do all the things we do to prevent, any illness, because who knows what could happen. But we're hoping that, we will ourselves stay healthy, and we're in a very comfortable and very beautiful place. So we're hoping that, once the government gets past its time limit, they'll open things back up, make things more comfortable. Hopefully around the world things will start to open back up. But right now we're like everybody else. We're just really happy to be in a safe place. We're happy that we have some of our freedoms, and we can move about the way we like.
Mm-hmm. So the restrictions that the Thai government has put into place include a 10 p.m. curfew, meaning that everyone has to be in after 10 p.m. The curfew's from 10 p.m. all the way to 4 a.m. in the morning, which isn't too bad. We haven't had any issues missing the curfew. Also, there's 77 provinces in Thailand, and the Thai government has restricted travel in between provinces. So we can't leave this area, but we can move freely within the province that we're in, which is Co-vid. The Thai government is treating every province a little bit differently though. So the province next to us, Phuket, has a lot more cases than our current province. So they put a lot more extra restrictions on them. Just like in Phuket, for example, they have more tourists, so they didn't close all the hotels, but they put the restriction on that whatever hotel you're in, the hotels can't accept any new guests. Whereas in our province, there weren't as many tourists, so they closed all the hotels and tried to put everyone in one hotel. Other things in Phuket, for example, masks are obligatory. You have to wear it or you'll get a fine. In our province, there's less cases, so masks are just highly encouraged. And for going into stores and things, they won't let you into the store without a mask. So the procedure is they give you hand sanitizer, they take your temperature, and you must wear a mask to go shopping in the supermarket. The Thai government has also canceled all flights, domestic and international, until April 30th. So nobody's going anywhere until that time. And because of that, they very kindly given all tourists amnesty, meaning that we can overstay our visas, overstay our stamps, because it's impossible to leave. But with all these restrictions that they're putting into place, it seems to be working. They went from having 100 new cases a day, and they're down to around 50 new cases a day. So if these numbers keep on decreasing and keep going down, we're hopeful that they are going to open up April 30th. But until that time, we are happily stranded in Thailand.
Yeah, I have to say that, one of the reasons why we came to Thailand, like Kendra said before, number one, we love Thailand, but we were like, where we want to be to ride this thing out if we had to stay in one place, for, an unlimited amount of time, where we want to be. And for both of us, it was Thailand. And we're just fortunate that we landed in a great province, at least a province that didn't have
that many cases.
Very many cases. It was unexpected that they would extend our visas. But even in that, they didn't want people standing in long lines trying to get their visas extended. They didn't want that. They didn't want people, gathering for this kind of a thing. So to take that pressure away, they decided to extend our visas and that kind of thing. All of those things work in our favor because we don't really want to go anywhere.
Yes. We'll be patiently awaiting in Thailand until other countries have opened their borders as well. Because right now many countries are not accepting foreign nationals at all. And even when they do start accepting foreign nationals, they may make them quarantine for 14 days. And we would rather not do that. So if we could find out the new regulations which is going to be a challenge. And even if we would have to, you know, maybe take a COVID-19 test to prove that we're virus free before we fly, hopefully then when we arrive, we can say, here, we had the test already, we're negative, don't make us quarantine for 14 days. But again, it was pretty easy to get the test in Vietnam. I don't know how easy it is to get the test here in Thailand. We haven't had that experience yet. So we'll just have to wait and see. Everything is just living day by day. They change the rules literally like maybe twice a week. So by the time this video comes out, I'm sure there's going to be new rules, new regulations. But I'm sure it's the same in your neck of the woods too. So our daily life now is pretty simple. We just get up, we do a little bit of work, do meditation, exercise. There's a takeaway place right across the street from our apartment, and really good food, very inexpensive. We're able to get lunch. The two of us are eating lunch for about $3 total. And then for sunset, we go down to the beach, watch the sunset, pick up some food for dinner, and that's about it. There was one week where I tried to cook, and yeah, it was okay, but I just rather pick up takeaway. It's so much easier, and a $3 lunch versus the labor of me cooking it. Yeah, $3 lunch every day as opposed to cooking. That's what we're gonna do. Honestly, we could live here. Part of our goal with the world tour is to find our favorite country and settle down there and live there. And to be perfectly honest, I almost feel like the world tour can be over because we just feel so comfortable here. It's so nice, and I think we could live here. But I still have a bit of that wanderlust in me, and there's so many more places I want to see. So I can't wait for the borders to open back up so we can get back out there and see the world.
Yeah, it's our goal to still see the world. We want to get out there, but we also want people to be healthy, safe. We want to mingle around with people and get to know people like we're accustomed to. In this kind of a way, it's nearly impossible to do that.
Yeah.
You meet people in passing or see people in passing. You have brief conversation, but we don't get this, the same type of interaction. We don't get to ask the questions and be around and buzz around people like we're used to. And seeing people out, that's part of the great part of travel. It's just seeing people out in their natural habitat doing their thing. And we don't get a chance to see that because right now everybody is taking the precautions that they should take. And I'm grateful that they're doing that. And so that's it. I mean, there's so many places we still want to go, but at the same time, this is a call to just be safe.
Yeah. Well, that's everything for this video. Please remember to subscribe so you can follow our journey. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Be safe, guys. Bye.